First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Yahweh is the name of who this world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai is the name of who this world ignorantly calls Jesus. Bahashem means in the name, Rakah means spirit, and Kwadash means holy. And that's all in the Paleo Hebrew. I also want to give double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. This video, I'm going to title it something along the lines of, we in the last quarter prepare for system collapse. Right? And the reason I'm saying this is because of what I'm seeing over there in Israel and Palestine. Right? And how that's Bible prophecy. Okay, and understanding that, hey, let's just hit the, man, I don't even want to do too much talking. I'm going to just let the scriptures talk today. But let's just get Jeremiah 50. Because what we're seeing right now is straight Bible prophecy, right? Israel and Palestine is what's going to lead to Armageddon, World War III. And seeing that that's already escalating, right? It's looking like this is going to be the event, right? This is going to be the time when it actually goes into that full-scale World War III, right? Seeing these things, we understand that if this is right there, then the chip, right, then the mark of the beast is right around the corner, okay? If we're seeing World War III about to kick off and these nations already getting ready to start, going at it, then the chip is right around the corner. So what does that mean? That means that they're going to bring in that system collapse, right? They're going to collapse the economy and they're going to try to bring in, or they're not going to try, they're going to. They're going to bring in that digital currency because that's their whole plan, is to bring in the chip, the New World Order. All right, everything we're seeing right now is straight, it's controlled. Right, both sides are controlled. And through the spirit, I'm saying this, that collapse is near. Right, if we see World War III about to kick off and Jeremiah 50 playing out, right, which is pretty, let's read it. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 45. It says, "Therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them." Right? And the least of the flock is going into Israel. Right? The least of the Edomites. Right? The smallest nation and the most wicked. The least. Okay? From that conflict of Israel and Palestine, as it's been written, is going to draw them out. Who's going to draw out? The big boys. The big nations. Gog and Magog. Russia. Libya. Iran, Turkey, okay, which is exactly what we're seeing. Okay, this is exactly what we're seeing. And I wanted to go over, I be watching this guy, his name's Mario Nawfal. I follow him on Twitter, and pretty much he posts what's been going on with this incident, right? News, every single 30 minutes going into what's happened. Let's just read a couple of what's been going on. Okay, here we have Orthodox Patriarch Church confirms Israeli airstrike. Okay, and the Israelis bombed another church. Right, that was the big incident lately, is that they bombed a hospital. Okay, and they killed like 500 or so people, straight civilians. And now you got all the nations upward, right? That they've been roused up to do something. Let's see what it says right here. Egypt State News Agency says border will open tomorrow for awaited 8 shipments into Gaza. Right? This one. President of the European Commission. Iran wants to feel chaos and Russia is monitoring the situation cautiously. 93% of Hamas equipment comes from Iran. It is important to intensify sanctions on Iran. The danger of expanding wars in Israel is real. Right? And just going into how, things are... it's getting worse and worse and worse. But ultimately, this is what's been prophesied to happen. Okay? Me and brothers, everybody, the prophets, we've been looking at the situation and seeing, is this really going to be the prophecy unloading right now? Right? Is this not going to be a false flag? And through the spirit, man, this ain't no false flag. Right? This is Jeremiah 50 and Jeremiah 49 playing out right now in full effect. Okay? This is what Defense Minister Yoav Gallant to the troops on the Gaza border. You now see Gaza from afar. Soon you will see it from the inside. The order will come. Okay, and that's talking about a ground invasion of those Israelis going into Gaza, right, and pretty much causing even more havoc. And the nations, I think it was Iran, said that if they did that, if they went in with ground troops, it was going to be a problem, right? I think I could find that on here. Let's read this. Explosions sounded in the vicinity of the Conoco gas field in Deir ez-Zor, Syria, where American forces are stationed. If confirmed, this could be the second attack on U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria. Okay, it's turning up. Let's keep reading. Russia foreign minister blames the U.S. That's beautiful to read. Okay. Failed American policies led to the current escalation of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. Israel's right to self-defense does not mean granting it a license for mass and indiscriminate revenge. The U.S. veto in the UN Security Council on the draft resolution on Palestine and Israel shows Washington's true aspirations in the region. The attack on the hospital in Gaza could probably have been avoided if the UN Security Council had adopted the Russian resolution. So here it is. Now you have Russia pointing the finger. And they're pointing it correctly, because it is these devils' fault why everything is happening in the world, right? These Edomites. Here's another post. U.S. warship attacked from Yemen. Okay? A U.S. Navy warship operating in the Middle East intercepted multiple missiles fired by Iranian-backed Houthi militants in Yemen. While the U.S. officials say they cannot 100% confirm the warship was a target, it comes amid increased threats made by Iran-backed groups since the Israeli-Hamas war, right? And obviously they were aiming for that warship, right? As this guy says right here, they cannot 100% confirm the warship was a target. What else could be a target? The water? Exactly, right? Now I'm gonna just read a couple more. Libya, which that's in the prophecy, Libya offers weapons to Hamas if the border is opened. And we're seeing it, man. We're seeing this is escalating. Hey, this is escalating strongly. Israel evacuates its embassies in Middle East. This comes minutes after the U.S. State Department issued a worldwide caution travel alert due to the potential for terrorist attacks. And we know ultimately they're going to come in with that. They're going to cause some type of event, right? If it's with the immigrants over here, right? People come in through the border, some type of attack. They're going to do something where they make the system collapse. That's the whole point I wanted to get into, right? Because here it is. We're seeing the escalation of this attack, right? We're seeing the prophecy speak. And if that's happening, then that means the chip is right around the corner. But let's get some scriptures now. Let's go to Romans chapter 13. Romans 13 and verse 11, it says, "In that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed." Right? We're in the fourth quarter. And as they say in the world, hey, winners are made in the fourth quarter. Warriors are made in the fourth quarter. Right? When things are about to hit the fan, right? In that last stretch, it really shows what type of person you are. Right? That's why it says it's going to be the day of Jacob's trouble, right? A time like never foreseen. And it says in 2 Ezra 16, that then shall they know who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire, right? Because, hey, we're in that fourth quarter, right? All the prophecies are speaking, and they're not lying. Now it's time to wake out of sleep. Now it's time to get correct, right? To expect the worst, because it's been written. It's been written that shit's supposed to get hectic. That out of nowhere, boom, something happens, right? But the elect, we're not going to be caught off guard. As it says, if it were possible, they would be able to deceive the very elect, but it's not possible. The elect are going to be able to see through all the bullshit and know exactly what's coming, left and right, because we have that wisdom. We know what's going to happen. And that's why it says in Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6, "Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, right? And the fear of the Lord is his treasure." That's why it says a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind signifying the destruction. That's why it says in Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1 that 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, "We will make our own bread, we will make our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name." Okay, that's why it says, hey, we could go all day. But that's just, hey, I'm going on the point that the knowledge that we have, hey, is going to be top tier. It's going to be elite. That's going to be the true gold of these days to come. So now it's time to wake out of that sleep. Now it's time to remove that leaven, right? All that bullshit, that old man that you used to have. Okay, now it's time to truly go hard because our salvation is nearer than we believed. It's right there, right? It's like that UPS driver, right? You you get that alert, he's coming, right? You checking outside door, right? You checking it. Oh, is my package here? Right? Is my package here? That's the same way the elect are with the Yahweh Shai, right? We know he's coming, right? We see the signs. We got that delivery notice, but we just checking outside to see if the package is here. Okay. Let's get Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3, the classic. It says, "And Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." Right? And that vision right now is speaking. Right, from all four quarters of the earth is speaking. We're seeing those earthquakes. We're seeing Jeremiah 50. Right, World War III, the beginnings of World War III come to pass. Okay, and now all we have to see is that, all we have to see is that MOTB. Which that's why I'm saying, hey, prepare for a system collapse. Right, they've been talking about EMP attacks. Right, they've been talking about straight economical, hey, out of nowhere. You wake up one day, the economy is tanked. Because something happened, right? Who knows what it's going to be, but we know something is coming down the pipeline and it's not going to stop. Just like that pregnant woman. Hey, when 9 months come, right, that baby's going to start kicking. And eventually it's going to come out no matter what. And that day, hey, this is our lively hope and this is what we wait for. Right? Now it's time to tee up and really get on point. Right? There's no point to be doubting right now and to have a lack of faith. Right? And I always like to get that point. There's no time to be lacking faith because it's speaking, right? The prophecies are literally right in front of us. And you have men, right? Men that have worked, right? But they've looked back. They went back into the world. And now they're seeing all these prophecies come to pass and now they want to get correct, right? But hey, how it says it's too late, right? A man that put his hand to the plow and looketh back is not fit for the kingdom of heaven. The only way is to keep going. As they say, when you're at the bottom, the only way is up. And we were at the bottom. There's a point where we were completely asleep. We were calling ourselves Black, Latino, Native American, completely oppressed. We had no purpose. But now, hey, through the prophets speaking the word, we've been awakened and we've been given the Spirit. And that's a beautiful thing. We've been given the mysteries and secrets of this life, and you got to hold on to it. Right? Let no man take thy crown. You got to endure to the end. Those that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. And that's the whole point of this walk is you got to endure. Right? And hey, I'm getting sidetracked, but I'm just in the spirit because it's beautiful to see these prophecies come to pass. While everybody is in the sad spirit. Oh, these people are killing each other. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, this is nothing. Just wait till Jacob's trouble really comes. Just wait till they implement and make that chip mandatory, right? Just wait. This is just the beginning. But it's only going to get worse and worse. Let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 9. In verse 1 it says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." Right? And that's exactly what the prophets are doing day in and day out, is we're looking at the news and we're measuring the times. How do you measure the times? You measure the times through the prophecies. And through the Spirit, right? Through the Spirit, I'm feeling a system collapse. Hey, before this year ends, I'm feeling a system collapse. Right? I'm feeling the economy collapse. Okay? Because with how things are going, hey, it's October 19th. Right, here it is. We have October, November, December, 2 months. Right, and how things are looking. Right, this kicked off literally, I think it was a week ago. I think 2 weeks ago this kicked off. And we're at the point where Russia, Iran, and all these nations are getting riled up. Let's give it 2 more months and see where we're at. Right? I feel something through the spirit, right? It has to happen. And it's right there. And those that are not prepared, they're going to get caught lacking. They're going to get caught with their pants down, right? Completely embarrassed. And through the spirit, hey, we can't be those men or sisters. But let's get one more. And since I was going on that point of this is going to come suddenly, Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." Right? And that devil is going into the wicked of the earth. Right? Esau, Edom, the Edomites, so-called white people. Right? They're so-called white people. They're actually red. Right? But the devil, he's going to come down with great wrath because he knows that he has a short time. Right? He sees that his system is collapsing, that everything is playing out, has been written. So he has to speed up. Right? He has to throw a curveball in the equation that no one's going to see. But the thing about that is, hey, the elect going to see it. We've actually been waiting for that curveball. Right? They throwing that curveball with a slight curve, and we're hitting it. Because we've been waiting for that curveball all day. All day and all night we've been waiting for those events to kick off. Because this is our hope. Our hope is not to live here 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Nah, our hope is to get the fuck out of here. Our hope is for Yahawashi to come back and to deliver the nation of Israel, the elect, the sincere, the meek. Because here in Babylon the Great, America, it's complete oppression. This is not living. This is not living at all. And I knew that before I even came into the truth. I knew this is not living. What am I supposed to do? I need to find a way to make it out. Right? The so-called matrix. I need to find a way to do something because this is not it. I can't imagine myself working 40, 50, 60 years in a 9 to 5. I just can't imagine it. Right? Completely being oppressed, taxed to death, and never making it out. Right? Living paycheck to paycheck. Okay? I just knew something was wrong. And the water, Yahawashi, for opening my eyes. Right? The water. Because now, hey, those that have heard this word and are believing, have faith, now you see the world for what it truly is. Hey, you've been given the blueprint to the master plan. And seeing that blueprint, hey, you know how to move accordingly. But that's all I have for today. Right? As you can see, right, things are escalating. Things are escalating. And knowing this, and we know that before World War III comes, before those nuclear missiles hit the ground, hey, the mark of the beast has to be made mandatory. And seeing how this is kicking off, that means the mark is right around the corner. So prepare for an EMP attack. Prepare for the stock market to crash. Right? For there to be another 9/11. Right? Prepare for something drastic because it's on the way and you better believe that. Right? You better believe that. And I just wanted to say this, right? I had 2 dreams, right? I had a dream recently, 2-3 days ago, and it was, hey, some dreams, if they are tied to Bible prophecy, it's actually a vision, right? And in that dream or vision, I just remember waking up and looking at my phone, seeing this right here, and I saw Iran hit by missiles, or Iran hit by Israeli missiles. I remember seeing that. And I remember seeing that and I'm like, no way. Right? I remember seeing that and thinking, no way. This is straight. Hey, that's it. That's solidified it. Right? That the big boys are coming in. I remember seeing that and just completely, I was like, wow. And another dream I had way back. Right? And this one might be, hey, just a little bit. We'll see. Right? But the dream is that, so right now I go to university. Right? The only reason I go is because I have it all paid for. I got a scholarship. But I'm in my 4th year, and the dream was that in one of these markets, this little market, you can go and buy food. I was in the dream, and you had 20, 30, 40 people in that little market, hey, going crazy, trying to get checked out, trying to jump over the counter, right? Just complete chaos, right? And through the spirit, I perceive that as, hey, shit's gonna hit the fan before I graduate out of this bitch. Shit's gonna hit the fan before I leave here, right? And that's, hey, I have, hey, till March, April, May, right? A couple months. So just remembering that, this is not 100%, just putting that out there. I remember having that dream and that shit was kicking off while I was still in school, right? So, hey, and through what we're seeing right now, it makes sense, right? It truly makes sense. But now I went off topic. Hopefully this was edifying with that. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Shalom to you, like Shalom.